here I am. My phone's only at 52%. Hopefully it stays. What's up? It's Cami here. Happy New Year. I am testing out a brand new light. I don't know if you guys can tell. I've got a light in front of me. It is a newer light. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's a ring light. Santa Claus brought it for me for Christmas, so I'm testing that out. And then I've got this light from the back, so kind of getting some new lighting going. A little bit about me. What's up? I see everybody joining. How's it going? I am a nutrition coach. I'm a fitness trainer, and I run an online business as an entrepreneur. So I'm on here to talk about dieting. I want to know, give me some hearts if you guys are dieting for the new year. If your New Year's resolution is to diet, give me some hearts if you're dieting, or give me a comment and tell me if you're dieting. What's up, girl? My favorite girl. You're up early. Holy cow. I just woke up. West Coast meets East Coast. Good to see you. So I am not dieting for my new year. Definitely not dieting. I haven't dieted for 2 years. Girl, I know you're not dieting either. I haven't been dieting for two years. Basically, that's kind of like my new mantra. Rule breaker for life. I don't like when people tell me what to do. Yes, thank you. Amanda is not dieting. Neither am I. Not dieting. And to be honest, I wrote an email to my email list last night about feeling different in the new year. Like, everybody's like, oh, new year, new you. But to be honest, there's nothing different. I don't feel different from December 29th to January 4th. I don't feel different at all. If anything, I still feel kind of lazy. I didn't make like a major transformation. I'm still recovering from Christmas. I'm still trying to clean up my house. Like, as I sit here, there's stuff all over my house. Like, Christmas stuff laying around. I just haven't really unpacked. I have to like throw away mail and stuff. So I'm not even like on track yet for the new year. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about with you guys is how you feel, because I think what a lot of people do for New Year is they get super excited, like, I'm gonna do a transformation, this is my year. And I definitely said like 2015 was my year, but I didn't say it in terms of transformation. Like, I really focused on business in 2015. And so you've got to really focus on, I don't remember what I sent out in my email last night, but I gave a couple tips about like things I'm focusing on in the new year. And number one is focusing on like 1 to 3 things at a time. Meaning, so you're going to run a marathon and you're going to diet and you're going to lose 25 pounds and you're going to do, like, we always write this huge long list of New Year's resolutions, and then we can't multitask. We're too focused on all these different things that we don't get anything done. So I say for the new year, focus on 1 to 2 things or 3 things for the next 90 days and just focus on that. Don't focus on like, oh, I'm going to run a marathon in October or whatever. Focus on what you can do. And so in terms of if it fits your macros, I don't know if any of you guys have heard of that or if you've done that. If you have done if it fits your macros, let me know. Either give me some hearts or put up a comment. It's basically a form of, I think it's dieting. Some people don't think it's dieting. So I think that's the first thing to talk about is if you actually feel like if it fits your macros is dieting. Because when you go and start eating food in a certain way, your perception of what you're doing is really important. Like for me, for example, I said I'm a rebel, I'm a rule breaker. I don't want somebody to tell me what to do. I don't even want myself telling me what to do. I'm always like, if I tell myself, hey, you have to clean your house, I'm like, no, I don't want to. I'm gonna watch Netflix instead. I'll tell myself no because I feel like I'm being told to do something. So if I approach it in a different way, and this sounds super weird, it's like having a parent to parent yourself, but if I tell myself in a different way, for example, like, I'm gonna feel so much better if I just put my laundry away, or I'm gonna feel so much better if I run the dishwasher, put the dishes away. That's a different thing than me saying, hey, you have to put the dishes away, or hey, you have to do your laundry. Same thing with dieting. If you tell yourself, hey, you have to diet, and especially, usually the motivation for dieting is, I'm fat, I'm disgusting, I'm unworthy, I'm ugly, I'm whatever. That's usually the motivation for dieting. You cannot motivate yourself that way. You can't use negative motivation in long term. It might work short term, but you're going to be miserable. And the end result, if you're motivating yourself negatively, the end result is you're just gonna feel even worse about yourself. You're never gonna feel like you're good enough even after you lose the weight. So if it fits your macros, a lot of people use it, I think, because it doesn't feel like dieting. But for me, it's still very, very like strict, and you have to like follow these rules. So basically what it is macronutrients, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, right? It's all of the stuff that's in the food that we eat. and you can go and get a calculator online and it'll show you how much protein to eat, how many carbs, how much fat to eat. And then you log into something like MyFitnessPal and you track everything you eat all day. A lot of people like it because they can like put in their treat meals or their cheat meals into something so it feels like they're cheating. But to me, that's still so like very regimented. I don't want to eat, like if I don't want to eat ice cream today, I don't want to eat ice cream today. I don't want it to be on my program to eat it if I don't want to eat it, even if it's like a treat meal. So with me, and I also found like trying to be so perfect, like if it says 169 grams of carbs, I felt like I needed to hit that right on the dot, and I felt like I was failing if I wasn't hitting it exactly right on the dot. So at least for me, if it fits your macros did not work. Now that's not to say you shouldn't have some kind of awareness of what you're eating and how much you're eating. For example, now getting back into the new year, my whole rule breaker lifestyle, I kind of let myself have what I wanted to have over the holidays, and I just committed to working out more. So I made sure I worked out 4 times a week, high intensity interval training, so I knew that I would like maintain where I was at. So I let myself have more stuff. I stuck with gluten-free just because I had a reaction to gluten and made me super itchy, and I wasn't about that anymore. But where am I going with this? Getting back on track. I let myself get off like a little bit, and before I could care less about vegetables. I'm like, vegetables are dumb. I don't care. I'll just use my supplements to get my vegetables. I'll use greens and I'll use fruits in my supplements. But now that I've kind of eaten a lot of stuff out of a box, it's probably not the highest quality stuff. It's still organic, but I'll have like organic mac and cheese. Now I'm actually craving vegetables. So this is actually a cool place to be, to where I'm still making the decision. I'm not saying, oh, I'm gonna go on a diet. I'm just like, hey man, I really need to go back in there, get some organic vegetables, mix them up, make some stir fry, get some stuff in my body that makes me feel good. Now all of a sudden I'm like, I made the decision, I'm definitely not dieting, I'm just making a choice to do a little bit something different with what I'm eating. So that's what I'm doing. Haven't started it yet, I'll be honest, my fridge is still empty, need to go grocery shopping. I think I'm gonna make a trip to Trader Joe's, because Trader Joe's is awesome. They have everything cut up already. I'm super lazy, I don't wanna sit there and cut up peppers, I want it cut up for me. So I'll probably make a trip to Trader Joe's in the next week or so to get that stuff going. Now, the other thing I wanted to compare it to is the hashtag I made up. So mine is IIFYLG, if it fits your lifestyle goals. So that's kind of what I've been using. And what that means is, hey, if you're a fitness competitor, you're gonna have to be on a diet. Absolutely. You're gonna have to follow macronutrients, you're gonna have to do your cardio, you're gonna have to lift your weights, and that's your lifestyle. That's what your goals are. That's what you're gonna have to do. But for those of us who don't compete, or if we wanted to compete but we decided, hey, I'm not going to compete, or if you're off season or something like that, you have new lifestyle goals. Maybe those goals are, yeah, I'd like to look good, I'd like to feel good, I'd like to wear certain size pants or whatever, but I also want to go out to eat with my boyfriend. I want to be able to eat popcorn at the movies and not feel like completely horrible. I want to go get gummy bears if I want gummy bears. So those are my current lifestyle goals. Now, that doesn't mean that it's always gonna be like that. It's gonna be changing. Once I start to feel like, hey, you've been going off track a little bit for a little while now, body starts to not feel so good, you can feel a little bit of water retention, then I'm like, all right, clean it up, get some veggies in there, start doing something like that. So that's all I'm doing. I'm cleaning it up. It may take me a couple days, because I'm actually in the middle. I'm about to launch the second session of the Better Method, which is my online nutrition course. So that is my main focus right now. You guys are my main focus. I'm kind of falling on the back burner for the next 2 weeks. Still want to get my workouts in, but I'm going to be doing a lot of content, a lot of periscopes, blogging, emails, all this kind of stuff. And I'm just going to kind of power through, stick with my protein shakes like I always do, and kind of do that for the next month. But after that opens, after that launches, I'll kind of be able to get back on a routine. And I'm feeling like I want a hardcore like bodybuilding routine. I love bodybuilding.com. I don't know if you guys have been on there, but I've spent like, my first fitness journey was on bodybuilding.com. I went on there, went on Body Space. There's so much free stuff on there. They give you free articles, free nutrition, free training stuff. So I'm gonna go on there and get a training program from bodybuilding.com. Just like a basic 12-week, muscle building workout. I just watched the video. I think the one I'm gonna use, I looked up if you guys wanna check it out. It's Bill Phillips. So you remember Body for Life? It's like 20 years ago, Body for Life, Bill Phillips. I didn't know this, but he actually, so he has a workout room on his upstairs in his house in California, and he like just finished a really hard workout, was going down the stairs, and I think he was in his 40s when this happened. So he wasn't old by any means, but in his 40s was walking down the stairs, and his leg buckled. So one of his legs buckled. He fell on his knees, like tumbled down these stairs, and they were pretty. The stairs were like long. They were long and kind of curved. Tumbled down the stairs. All of his weight kind of fell on his knees. He didn't hurt his back or neck or anything, thank God, but all of his weight fell on his knees. And his quadriceps basically pulled off from his leg. So the tendons pulled, quadriceps pulled, and they had to put him in like leg braces. They did surgery to like drill holes in his bone and reattach the muscles. And he had been a bodybuilder previous to that, so I think it was super hard emotionally to go through something like that, obviously, but also physically he had to sit there in leg braces for 40 days. He could not bend his legs. So anyway, there's a video on bodybuilding.com if you want to watch that, but he just talked about how like he was a former competitive bodybuilder. He had spent a lot of times working his legs, and then he had to sit there for 40 days and basically his legs atrophied. So he made a program about eating, you know, obviously eating clean, changing your mindset, and then doing a 12-week program based on really short 25-minute workouts, intense, and he's basically doing five exercises in a row 5 times. And Amanda was actually the one that introduced me to doing not higher reps, but more sets, like 5 to 6 sets actually helps you with hypertrophy. So hypertrophy is muscle growth. So I'm gonna do that. I lost a little bit of muscle this past year because, like I said, I focused more on my business this past year. I'm still in good shape for sure, but there's just some things I want to do with my body, get some muscle back. So I want to focus on that for the next 12 weeks. If you guys want to do that with me, we can do it. Find me on Facebook, kind of let me know what you guys are doing. I'm gonna pop off. I'm done. I just wanted to hop on here. I wanted to test out my brand new light. If you guys have any questions at all, as always, you can just put them up in here. You can always find me on Facebook. Super easy. Cami Kennedy. It's official Cami Kennedy. That's my business page. Instagram, easy, Cami Kennedy. Twitter, easy. Pretty much all the same thing. And then the big thing I just want to tell you guys about is to get on the wait list for the Better Method. So if you go into the link CamiScopes.com, that should get you on the wait list for the Better Method. You can find out more about it. It's opening very, very soon. Anybody who's on that wait list gets special VIP discounts and promotions. So that's kind of your deal. If you're not interested in that, you can still check out my website. You can get free recipes, all that kind of stuff. There's a guy with a leaf blower out there right now. So I'm gonna sign off. Appreciate you guys. Have a good and happy new year, and I will see you around.